Welcome to Liminal Essence Tarot. This is a reading for earth signs and those who resonate with earth sign energy. Remember that this is a collective reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. If you need a personal reading, you can do so at my website, liminalessence.com. Take a minute to go grab a notebook so that we can ground those messages in our daily lives. Take notes. I am always taking notes as I am reading. So if there's a pause, know that that's what I'm doing. I want to make sure that nothing is forgotten. Where am I being drawn to? These always feel like end of reading the cards, but let's see. So this is a Starseed Oracle. Might be something, some energies. I was drawn to these. I haven't used these in a while. Okay, went back in. I'll give it a shuffle again to make sure. Okay. Let's see what we get here. Water your garden. Nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. The cosmic heart, devotion, potency. Make your life a moving prayer. Those are beautiful. Earth is a seasonal planet, and as such, you're a seasonal being, cyclic. You can be on and in full bloom month after month, day after day. You're strongly being called to put on the brakes, rest and refuel, to take a moment to restock and replenish and slow right on down. This is very earth sign energy to be working. Your body is the only body you are given, and it needs to be respected as such. You're being called to take responsibility for your well-being, to put your health and body first. I know it can feel like time is running out, and as if there are urgent things that simply can't wait. However, if you keep pushing on, soon fatigue will set in. This way of living isn't sustainable. If anyone continues to race through life, eventually they will reach exhaustion, and it will take longer to recover than it would have done to rest. Immune system disorders and mystery illnesses are becoming more common because we're putting too much pressure on our bodies to keep up with the instantaneous pace of modern life. How are you being called to put on the brakes, to rest, restore, and rejuvenate? When was the last time you took a holiday or had a full weekend, day, or afternoon off? Look after your precious body and mind. Give yourself enough time to recover when you find yourself running on your reserves. There is enough time. Life will bend towards you when you do. What is your body yearning for? When you surrender to a state of devotion, you find yourself flowing with all of life. You're being called to refocus your attention deep within to the intelligence of your own heart, to bow with deep reverence to your inner temple, to live your life in devotion to this place, to make your life one big moving prayer. Perhaps you felt a bit off kilter lately, sensing that the potency of why you're doing things has gotten a little watered down or weak. Perhaps you've forgotten what made you start doing them in the first place. If so, this is your call to take a moment and reconnect with the truth at the very center of your heart, to get back to the essence of what you're about, to devote your life to what you care about most. Or flip that all around. To turn your gaze deep, 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 deep. There are reasons for harvesting and seasons for sowing. Right now, you're being called to plant your soul seeds and sing to them with deep devotion, to feed them with the sweet waters of your own soul, to lose yourself in the potency of what it is that most expands your heart, to live your life according to what makes you come alive rather than what everyone else thinks, to make your life one big moving prayer. How can you make your life a moving prayer? Sounds like some journaling prompts to me. Okay. Queen called here. No. Yes. Okay. Oh. I think that is the card. It's weird how that happened. Power over difficulty. Reclaiming your power. This card brings you a warning that there are situations, people, or patterns in your life threatening to take over. The snake can be venomous, tempting, or even strangling. This card is an important reminder to be honest with yourself and investigate your relationship and daily activities to determine what may be harmful or dishonoring you, or even be consuming you. If someone is bringing a toxic energy to your life, it may be necessary to let that person go, or at least reduce your exposure dramatically. If a situation seems to be suffocating you or sapping your sense of freedom and enthusiasm, it's time to rethink your motivation for remaining engaged. And if you're feeling a building resentment for a job, a personal task, this card is telling you to learn how to bring more conscious joy to the experience, or even to exit it altogether. Also, be mindful of all your own personal patterns. Consider the causes of your making and the results they're creating. You don't want to become the snake that eats its own tail, consuming your own life force and sabotaging your own desire to move forward. Yet always remember the indomitable strength of your inner spirit and true life force, represented here by the swans, who, in spite of their gentle beauty, are very powerful creatures, capable of striking anything that attacks. You have that power as well, and this card is telling you to strike out at your own self-sabotaging patterns and to break free from any other limiting influences holding you down. Become conscious and courageous in your ongoing choices. You have the power now. Affirmation. I release toxic people and patterns from my life. I empower myself in my choices and in my relationships. Okay. Let's get some tarot on the table. Some present. Okay. You're in a prison of your own making. It's the first thing that came out. You need to get out of that. This wants to come out. I'm going to take it. Whatever this war situation you're in, you're walking into this through Three of Pentacles. This is about working with others or finding resources. Tell me more about this. This is walking away and, whoa. Devil. Okay. Yeah, there's some sort of attachment. This devil energy can be, it can be anything. Yes, it could be substances, but it also could be, food or work, even like being like a workaholic, just constantly working and not knowing when to stop. Anything that is not serving you. So this doesn't seem like a positive work situation. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna need to use your strength to more walk away from the situation. Queen of Wands in reverse. Yeah, you're gonna have to use your strength. There's some sort of like doubt. There's like a doubt that's being cast about this situation. Don't do that. So you're gonna step into your strength, your personal power. Let's go over here to this cosmic heart that wanted to come out but didn't. I didn't see it, so I don't know. Whoa, okay. What's at your heart, at your core, what is it that you love to do? What, this is going to tapping into this energy. It's going to transform you. There's this transformation that's coming. Prince of Dis. So you are definitely like defending something. I immediately heard your peace. You defending your peace. This transformation. This feels so good. Anything else you want to tell me about this situation? Yeah, whatever sorrow that you may have been feeling, you are moving on from it. When I look at this card, I always think about gravity. And the nature of it is, this pain that you're feeling, you felt it, but because the swords are upside down, eventually gravity is going to do its work, and it's going to be possibly slow and painful, whatever this was, but ultimately you are going to you're healing. Queen of Cups. Yeah, you're gonna need to really believe in yourself. This idea of making your life a walking prayer. I think it's about, in a book called The Four Agreements, there's this idea of like being impeccable with your word, right? And what it is that you want, you have to believe that you deserve it, that you can have it. And if you walk in that way and in that space, and this doesn't necessarily mean like a boastful, but just, just believing. Like when we're kids, we believe that we can be almost anything. We might, I don't know, kids will say things like they want to be superheroes, and it's like, as an adult, it's like, well, what superpowers do you actually have? Like, you just question it. There's a call to let this go, to defend this piece, to walk in this way, and to tap into the intuition. I want you to be able to see this. Did a little adjustment. Sorry about that if it's been off. It's a better view, clear view. Okay. What's the advice? Do we need advice? Okay. Okay. Stability. So 4 of Pentacles. The thing about the 4 of Pentacles is that got the 2 of Swords here. Put that here as I talk. Is that, you know, it's like everything is so tied up in each other. You're grabbing, you're trying to hold it all down, and when you do that, you can't let anything else in. So ultimately, you're going to have to be over here, you know, with these 2 decisions. And it's interesting because you got decision 1, you got decision 2, but then there's other options. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're going to eventually know what to do. You're just going to have to, you know, make sure you have the courage to do it. Being called here. These are really kind of cards of advice. Okay, that one. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Cards are weird sometimes. Align and soar. You're being asked to align with your current situation, even if it's not easy to do so. Trust that there is much to be learned by being here. Pushing against what is will only make things harder on you. Align, surrender, and trust. You're being asked to stop dimming your own light, period. It's time for you to come out if the shadows, it's time for you to come out if the shadows. That is not grammatically correct. I'm like, wait, what's going on? And let your authentic self soar. Fly high, dear one. Despite the grammatical issue on this card, it's calling for you to really choose yourself. Choose what you want. It's a beautiful reading. Let's see if we need to release anything. Surrender to your full power. Your life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. Everything is saying that you need to, you know, step into the thing that you want to do, to walk and live your life in the way that you want to, not how the world is telling you to do it, not how your family or friends are telling you to do it, but intuitively. I just heard also like partner, so like husband, wife, whatever sort of partnership you might be in, whatever that is. It's time for you to choose you, and choose you so that you can physically restore the body, get yourself in alignment. I just hit my chest. Hopefully that didn't hurt your ears with the microphone. But choices are clear. If you like this reading, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you need a personal reading, you can book that at liminalessence.com. Take a moment to take notes so that you can ground yourself, know what steps you need to take. Some self-care here is definitely in order. Definitely in order. And then once you have grounded yourself, gotten the rest that you need, stepped away from all of this difficult situation, and then just start living your life in a way that's more organic to you. And this may feel very different than what it felt like before. Transformation can be a great thing. It's not that it may not be painful. You might have to still fight for it, but it's worth it. Thanks for rocking with me. Till next time.